Good evening, and welcome back to Learn and Listen podcast. I'm your host, T. Wynn.
And I'm Anthony Mandigo.
And I'm Rodney Chatman.
No. We got a special show. One of our guests, unfortunately, couldn't be here because of health situations. But if y'all watched, Rodney was one of our guests on one of our previous shows. So we brought him back because we lost that show. But it was a real special show. And sadly, our other guests couldn't be here so that y'all could really get it. But Rodney is a brother who did time in Angola. So is Double O. And since we've been home, Double O has got sick and he needed a kidney. And Rodney was a match for Double O. And Rodney decided to give him his kidney, which is one of the most humane things that you can do. It's also a brave thing to do because not many people do it. So we want to thank Rodney Chatman, a.k.a. Lil Daddy, for coming on the show tonight. Thank you.
Right, appreciate you. All right.
So we're going to get started. And first question I think should be asked is, how you feeling?
Feel good. Feel good.
Feel good.
So you got we got to walk it backwards. You went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
What year?
19, I think it was 1989.
Okay. Where did you and Double O, I know you and Double O are from the same neighborhood,
Yeah.
but where did you and Double O officially meet at?
In prison, CDC.
CDC.
Yeah, in Keyville back then. CDC.
CDC is what CDC was what CCC is to us. It was a holding. It was our parish jail for pre-trial detainees. So that's what CCC was. I mean CDC was, but now we have CCC. So you met Double O in CDC
Right.
before y'all was sentenced to anything,
Right, that's right.
and y'all just kept a friendship going.
Yeah, we developed the bond, and from there we went on to Angola together the same day.
Same day?
Same day, same bus.
How old was y'all at that time? How old was you at that time?
I think I was 21 then.
21?
21.
What neighborhood you from?
Cedar Grove.
Cedar Grove? What?
Greenbrook.
That's good.
Yeah.
Greenbrooks?
Greenbrook, Cedar
I
Grove.
remember your face back in the gap.
Okay.
Well, 89, let me see what I was, 14? Like I
Okay.
was 14 years old. 89.
Okay, I used to be at that park, A.B. Palmer Park all the time.
Yeah, that's where we
Every
go.
day after work, every day.
Every day after work.
Wash my car.
So, Double O, that where you from too?
He from right across the other side over there. What is
Shady
that?
Grove?
Shady Grove.
Yeah.
Shady Grove in the Cooper Road also.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what year that was when you did your little hospital?
Okay, all of that.
No, you got a lot to go in between now. So just doing time with Double O before the hospital thing came up, because the hospital thing came up after the
After it
prison.
was
got
out.
out.
After it
Right.
was out.
Yeah. So what about Double O made y'all just have a relationship that lasted? Because you know most people look at guys that go to prison. You know it's this stigma that they place on the guy that go to prison as being inhumane, people that don't care about people, people that you can't trust. So they give you an animalistic comparison as opposed to just you being a human and you showing that you're a human right now. But what made you and O develop a bond the way that y'all developed?
Well, through conversation, we found out that his cousin married my auntie,
Okay.
and so that helped gave us a tighter bond. And a lot of the things that we went through in prison, if I needed something, he had it, then I had it, and vice versa. You know, we had each other backs. You know, and so that gave us a great bond throughout the years.
So when y'all made it Angola, did y'all go in the same part? When you went to the blocks, population?
He went to the blocks. I went in population, but I could go to the fence and see him every day.
On the East Yard?
Yeah, on the East Yard. Yeah, main prison.
Yeah, you were throwing over that gate too?
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
What you cigarettes and coffee out? Man, I need some coffee, man. Man, I need some cigarettes.
Yeah, coffee and bugles.
For real.
Yeah, yeah.
And ain't that something where we got to conversate through the gate?
Yeah.
We this far apart, but we can't touch each other, but we can holler.
Yeah.
We got to be hollering all loud.
I throw it over the fence.
And you got you probably got 20 dudes at the fence line up, hollering at their partners on each side.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, that's cold blooded. I ain't gonna say I missed that, but
Had to do what we had to do. Huh?
we had to get it how we had to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it was court dates, we talk about when we going to court or what's going on with your case,
Yeah.
the family, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. Needed a tool or whatever, huh?
Yeah. I ain't messing with
Okay.
the tool gang, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, I don't need no knife.
Okay.
I thought I ain't need no knife. I went off into that game right there
Okay.
for protection. I feel like, I'm gonna protect myself however I can protect,
Yeah, yeah.
But I ain't really have no problems in jail.
Okay.
But back then when y'all was there, it was crucial.
Yeah, yeah,
When you and T and them, y'all was there before me.
yeah.
Well, T, you come after him, right?
I came a couple of years after Rodney.
Yeah, he wasn't too far behind me.
Huh?
He wasn't too
He
far
wasn't
behind
too far behind
No.
us. He was in the 90s, early 90s.
me. Yeah.
What, 90 what?
One.
91. Man, 91, I think I was 18, 17.
You should have been about 16,
No.
because I was 17.
You was 17? Yeah, well, I was 16. Yeah, 91, I was 16. No, I was 17, going on 17. Yeah.
So, yeah, we stuck close
Who did it?
together though, you know.
Stuck together.
Who that
Yeah.
was?
That's good. That was good. Y'all had a good bond,
Yeah.
relationship in jail like that.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all knew each other before?
Uh-uh.
Y'all ain't know each other
Uh-uh.
before?
No, we met in prison, in jail. Well, CDC.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yes. So, give me an incident. Just think of anything you can think of, a prison incident that happened that drew you and Double O closer to one another.
Well, I guess it was a couple of, mostly, in the drug trade, and he would hold the drugs or whatever, and we would, wheel and deal like that. I could trust him. And like I said about a tool, other words, a knife, if I was somewhere and didn't have one, he had me, he would get it to me, no matter how he had to,
Gonna get it to you.
So everything, really stuck out as, something really true, where you could count on somebody, trust them,
Did you have an altercation with a knife that you had to use one in there?
No, but I kept them handy, you never know.
Yeah, you never know, ain't you?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
You never know. I'm gonna wake you up with that mother.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's basically those two and probably some more. Yeah. I remember when he came out of the cell blocks, we hung out, in the main prison, because then we could sit like
Y'all
we
can sit by
now.
each other. So where y'all was on
Yeah.
West Yard then? Or the East Yard?
We was on the East Yard.
The East Shore was at that
East Yard
point-
was the West Yard back then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, before they switched it.
So So what dome you was in?
What, Hickory, I remember Hickory, and I think Pine. Really, I didn't forgot. It's been a while, but I
Been a
remember
while.
Hickory real well.
Okay, so he might was on Pine Unit. Oak and Pine Unit. How close was y'all? Like you just said, if you was at Hickory 3 and he was at Hickory 1, something like that?
Right. Yeah, he was in Hickory, and I think was one. And I don't think we ever been in the dome together, but we was like next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember me and T fell in the dome together. I got caught with that phone.
Okay.
Walked up one.
Uh-huh.
Like, man.
Yep.
Lyles, he just knew we was up to no good in there. Every time he come through there, what y'all got going on, man? Go.
Yep.
He knew we were up to no good.
Yep. That's,
He thought he knew us like he grew up with us or something.
well, boy, I can remember us getting them packages.
Huh?
You know, we got a couple of packages
Yeah,
in together.
he out the hook. I remember a dude had told Lyles one day, he says, hey, man, you always trying to hinder brothers. Man, you don't never try to help no brothers. Man, why don't you just do your job and leave us alone?
Mm.
We was on the leg one time, man. Lyles couldn't say nothing. Cause dude was right. He was right.
Couldn't say
man,
nothing.
sit down somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just, all right. I'm trying to walk you step by step.
Okay.
So you got out before, right?
Yeah, 1 year before him.
1 year before him?
Mm-hmm.
You kept in touch with him when you went on?
No, I didn't. We didn't keep in touch. But once I got out, but when he got out, when you
Got
kind of
Bond back.
when you kind of get out, you be moving, and a lot of people don't keep in touch. You have that love, it might not look like it, but you do. You're really trying to get yourself together, and
For real.
maintain.
And it take time to get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the first place y'all ran into each other when he made it home?
Probably sister house. I can't really recall. We didn't run into each other, because I knew when he was coming. Now he would write my mother. How
Yeah.
a lot of ladies gonna do writing, so
Mhm.
I knew when he was coming. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He knew where my mother lived, so we still had that that bond. Where when he got out, like waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real good bond.
Mm-hmm. Communicate through my mother.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a special bond, man. That's a bond that most people don't identify and equate it to a person that's been in prison. So this really a real special story, because this is a story of true friendship. Not many friends that's never been to prison, that's just been in society with one another, come up as kids, would do what you're doing.
Mhm.
I want people to understand the magnitude of what it is. This man never had to go to the hospital. His friend was suffering through something, and he went, got his blood work done, seen that he was same blood type, and he could be a donor. And he was like, well, I let him tell that part, but this is a real awesome story. This is a story of more than just friendship. This is what love is.
Mhm.
This is really what love is. Because how many people get their mama, they getting the person that brought you into the world. People be like, man, I'm not giving my mama nothing, man. But this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break. We'll be back to give y'all some more of this story.
What up, boss?